medal and the gold. But for now, let's go over to the auditorium.
Thank you, Jim, and hi again, everybody. Olympic champion John Neighbor alongside the finals of the women's 400-meter freestyle. You see the National Sports Fest there. In lane 1, Michelle Butcher out of San Diego. She is 13 years of age and is swimming in her final of the meet. Jillian Hall in lane 2, 17 years old, out of Fairfax, Virginia. In lane 3, it's Cathy Ritch, who's 14 from Mount Kisco, 100 free earlier this week. Wendy King in lane 4, 14 years old, out of Nebraska. Jennifer Linders in lane 5, 16 years old, from Des Moines, Iowa, and she is coached by USA Olympian Mike Burton. In lane 6, Katherine Creighton, 15 from Cincinnati, third in the 800 free and the 1500 free so far in this meet. Rachel Whiteman, 15 out of Longwood, Florida, is in lane 7, and the lane 8 girl, Molly Magill, 14 years old, out of Largo, Florida. There she is, going for her 4th gold medal, John Neighbor.
Indeed, she has proven herself the class of the field, and boy, does she like that outside lane. Her coach, Sid Cassidy, walks along with her in these distance events and yells for her the whole way. And she's done very, very well. She's won 3 events, and here her main competition will be Jennifer Linder. You see her right there in the blue. Jennifer was silver medalist to Molly Magill in the 2-distance freestyle, so we expect that there should be a good race right there between lanes 8 and 5. Dark horse will be Cathy Ritch here in lane 3. She was the winner of the 200 freestyle, so if distance up to the 400 meters, she'll be a real threat. So it's going to be a real exciting race. 8 lengths of the pool freestyle, and our field is pretty well spread out. Lanes 3, 5, and 8. Counting from the bottom. Likes her light blue cap. She's adjusting her goggles there. That's a good luck cap for her. Doesn't match the team uniform, but she likes it.
Little late start.
Little slow, but frankly, in a 400-meter event, it's not crucial to react on the gun, but rather just to be relaxed and enter the water smoothly. You want to find their stroke, find their pace, and to start applying the pressure to the field by slowly pulling away.
Different pace, John, in the 400 versus the 800?
You know, I think that the 400 is a fun race to swim because it's a little bit longer than a sprint, but you get to see the field and you get to enjoy it, the race being over a lot sooner than it would be in the 800. The 800 is real distance, 400 is middle distance.
That's Molly Magill, who right now is swimming 3rd. The leader is Creighton in lane 6. Creighton in lane 6, out of Cincinnati, Ohio, attends Wyoming High School, will be a sophomore this fall, swims for the Cincinnati Pepsi Marlins, and Cathy was 3rd in the 800 free and 3rd in the 1500 free in this meet. In lane 3, it is still Cathy Ritch, about a half a stroke ahead of Kathy Creighton as they complete the first 100 of the 400 meters. All right, how about the turns, John? Do the turns differ in the 400 versus the 2 or in the 8?
Well, the freestyle turns ideally should be like a rebound off the wall. You can hesitate a little bit more planting your feet on the wall in the middle distance than you can in a sprint. The sprint is like 2 linemen on a scrimmage line bouncing off each other. Freestyle, it's plant and push.
That's 14-year-old Cathy Ritch out of Mount Kisco, New York, from Horace Greeley High School. She'll be a sophomore this fall. She swims for the Shark Swim Club in Greenwich, Connecticut. We mentioned at the top she was 1st in the 200 free, 3rd in the 100 free, and 7th in the 100 earlier in this meet.
As you can see, Cathy right there in the blue cap is breathing to her left, which means she can see the field, her main competition, when she's swimming away from the finish line, and she cannot see them right now when she's back towards the starting box.
John, are you aware of where your competitors are, and if you're not, do you look for them?
Well, in a 400 free, you don't want to spend too much time looking around, but there's a lot of time to be tempted to glance over, and frankly, I spend a lot of time looking around, but usually the race is in the middle of the pool.
It's just about a dead heat, 3, 6, and 8. You look at Molly Magill, 14 out of Largo, Florida, in her turn, and they're just about dead even. Let's check the splits. There's 209.56, and that is for Creighton, who has regained the lead. Cathy Creighton out of Cincinnati in lane 6. But you can see across the screen, that's Creighton, and in lane 8, Magill, and at the near side of the screen, in 3, Cathy Ritch. So it's just about a 3-swimmer race right now. That's just about the way John Neighbor handicapped them for you. At the very top of the screen, Molly Magill, who just loves lane 8. Let's check the split again. 5 of 8 laps have been completed now.
They're all a 1/10 of a second apart. It's a dead heat between our 3 leaders. Frankly, if Cathy Ritch is within the running with 50 meters to go, she's got the sprint speed, and she's beginning to apply it now.
John, you like to say that in the 200 freestyle, you finish up too soon. In the 400 free, not soon enough.
That's right. These athletes are just getting up to speed, and right now Molly Magill is looking very, very strong. I don't know where she got her speed, if not from the encouragement from her coach. You see his feet right there in the upper left-hand corner of the screen.
Molly Magill, she's your new leader, 3:16.12, and she's taken over the top spot. Still in lane 3, hanging in there extremely tough, is Cathy Ritch, 14 from Mount Kisco, New York. And right now, falling back, Katherine Creighton in lane 6. So it's Magill in lane 8 at the top of your screen, and in lane 3 in that light blue cap as we zoom in, that's Cathy Ritch.
Magill looks like she's maintaining her pace. She's extending her turnover. She's turning over a little bit more quickly now, trying to find more effort. You can see her there in the green cap swimming for the last turn, and now it's going to be a race for the speedster. Cathy Ritch in lane 3, Molly Magill in lane 8.
40 meters to the finish in the women's 400-meter freestyle. In lane 8, top of the screen, it's Molly Magill, 14 years old, out of Largo, Florida. She's going for her 4th gold medal, and there's her coach alongside. That is Sid Cassidy, turning and encouraging her on. It's Molly Magill in lane 8. She's opened up about a half a length lead over Cathy Ritch in lane 3. Molly Magill goes for the gold, and she will get it if she can hang on in the final 5 meters. A late burst by Cathy Ritch. They hit the wall almost simultaneously. It is Cathy Ritch who gets up for the gold. Molly Magill the silver, and the bronze belongs to Katherine Creighton. My, oh my, did Cathy Ritch come on in the last 5 or 6 meters.
Very tough swim by Cathy Ritch. She's not accustomed to these long distance races, but we said she had the speed. In the 200 meter, she was the tops, and boy, did she prove it in this last minute. Look at the last 5 seconds here. You see Molly Magill right there next to her lane, watching her coach, and on the bottom of the screen, here comes Cathy Ritch. Not looking where she is, not looking her competition, but just with a strong sprint speed and an extra couple of inches, maybe not trimming her fingernails, won her that race today.
So, getting up for the gold is Cathy Ritch in a time of 4:20.97. The second spot belongs to Molly Magill. The bronze goes to Katherine Creighton. The finals are in, are the women's 400-meter freestyle. Lots more swimming. Stay with us.